Okay, no citizens tonight? Okay. The first, well, we're going to go past the first action item. Our auditing firm will not present tonight. So we go on down to our middle school campus principal report.
Didn't I tell you we're going to be fast?
It's going to be done and
I told them it's
over.
going to be done. Okay, you know, you caught me early this time, so there's not a whole lot
That's all
to say,
right.
so we'll just go for it. All right, you go first. This is our theme for the year. We're talking about it, and we came up with we're spicy, but we're stay strong because we're going to continue to work hard. We plan ahead. That's again, we're working trying to get that A on accountability. We work to improve every day, and we're going to challenge ourselves and challenge our kids in the long run. And then, of course, you got this, so we've got to keep working. Our numbers are up. Before school started, we were actually at 125, 130, sixth grade. We're up to 156. And they changed again today. Miss Kay brought me a new number, so I'm like, what? You got more? Okay. We're up in the 7th grade as well to 140, and in 8th grade, we're 2 less than we were at the end of at the beginning of last year, but we still went up about 10 kids. So right now, our average attendance is 95.88. We're needing to work to get it up a little bit higher. So, but that's something to work on. What we have here is just the different things that we offer our kids when they work. And in here, they were investigating measuring of liquids, and I did not finish. I apologize, English teacher. I didn't finish it. I was called away, and I left, and I didn't go back to look at it. Remind me, I need to do that. Ms. Guetta's class, theater arts, one of the first activities they did. They had to learn to work together, so she had them spelling words, so they had to move around. And she said she was amazed. She had some kids that actually took a leadership role and were moving people around to do it. And I thought that was kind of cool. And then the 8th graders were doing pH levels, so they were working with acids and bases in science. Of course, we have Miss Schuling, been doing our PLCs. She does them during Pride and lunchtime, so she's doing a different group every other week. Just our sports cross country started. I think the 8th grade girls have done well in the last 2. They've gotten 2nd place and some high finishes. Don't know about the boys because I haven't heard anything, so I'm going with the 8th grade girls. All right, our football, they've been doing well. They beat Natalia last week and Jordan the week before that. Volleyball, they're undefeated. They're playing Carrizo today. The B team, 7th grade won. I think the B team, 8th grade, was in their 3rd game. When I last got my results here. Okay. And then, go back one. Instead of talking to you about theater art, principal's crew, and all the other clubs we have, I brought a guest speaker. Cole Maxwell.
First, I'd like to say my name is Cole Maxwell. I'm part of the 8th grade class, and I'm at Devine Middle School. First, I'd like to say, principal's crew, we help maintain the school. We have 2 big projects this year, Wreaths Across America, where we lay wreaths on veterans' graves, and where we're going to put spotlights in front of the sign, and also put some plants there. Next is Student Council. We're a service and leadership organization. We hold offices to help represent students and help them become the leaders of tomorrow. But my favorite is school dances, where we help maintain, start, and finish them. It's just a fun way for all the kids to come together and have a good night. Also, there's theater arts. We put on 6 productions each year for the students and community. We also have OAP, where we compete in district and defend our 3-year title. There's also athletics. We're starting off the year with football, volleyball, and cross country. I hear the girls are off to a great start, but our Colts are undefeated, and Honda is only going to make our record better. Last are some of our upcoming activities, such as UIL, where we're going to bring home the top prize again, and Pride activities that give students an opportunity to participate in hobbies from barbecue to pickleball. There's also NJHS, where students who have shown excellence in academics, character, and service are pushed to continue to grow in all of these areas. Please come support us. As you can see, there are loads of activities in Devine Middle School. Thank you for your time and allowing me to speak today.
That's one of the best reports we've had.
That was well done.
Great. You other principals are going to have to, push to get something better than that. Thank you very much.
But seriously, Cole, you can leave now.
Yeah. You're free to stay, but you're also welcome to go. You're-
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job, bud.
Next, we move into our administrative reports, and the first is Dr. Grandjean.
All right. First 6 weeks of school have set a positive and uplifting tone across the campuses. Students appear to be genuinely happy and bringing energy and enthusiasm to their classrooms, the hallways, and our extracurricular activities. Strong sense of community and engagement. Students actively participating in both academic and social aspects of their school life. As we approach the 5th week of the first 6 weeks, we're super grateful for our dedicated staff, supportive families, and committed educators who work so hard to make our students successful. Collaboration has been setting a strong foundation for the months ahead, and we're looking forward to a positive year. We are also enthusiastic about the rollout of Bluebonnet Math from K through 5. This is going to be a collaborative curriculum that we hope kind of shores everything up on those grades. Key component is going to be the professional development that we're getting through Region 20. We were awarded the Strong Foundations Implementation Grant, which is somewhere around $200,000. We're looking forward to the things that Region 20 will bring to us. It's new to the teachers, but every school that we have talked to that has implemented this says that the first year is always a challenge. It's just a change of the way things have been done. All of our current vacancies are posted on the website. Mr. Gomez continues to develop a specialized safety training regime for the district. We're trying to kind of sort through all of the latest House bills and Senate bills that are addressing safety to try to ensure that we are meeting the letter of the law. One of the most unusual ones is now we have to keep breaching tools and entry kits at each campus. So we've found a company, I think Shannon's working to make sure that our safety grant funds and the additional safety funds that we get through TEA will be able to use to purchase those kits. Next will be a current bond project recap, but we have a treat for you. We have a new project manager named Sean Brandt and Chris Stone. You remember Chris Stone? But I'll let them introduce themselves and tell us about them. And Chris, maybe just tell us where we're at on the project.
I can. Right now, we're currently. I'll start you with the high school. We're currently at the high school right now. We finished pouring all the curbs today. Up there in the front for the new drive and all of that. Currently we've got base work that's going to be coming in, getting everything up to grade so we can continue to hopefully get asphalt down here before too long. Inside, we're currently still working downstairs on the office area. We are sheetrocking and taping and floating down there in most areas. We have a couple of windows from Ms. Martin that we're waiting for. We cannot forget those. Upstairs in the cosmetology, we're moving right along up there. We should be having casework or millwork or cabinets or however you want to put it. We've got that stuff coming in hopefully at the beginning of next week. And then we've got flooring going down following that. So and then as soon as that's done, then we'll start putting in all the sinks and getting all that stuff wrapped up there. Currently at the middle school, we've got the existing boys and girls locker rooms turned back over. Ms. Darnell stayed on me about that. We are currently on the girls' side. We are getting the foundation ready to pour over there. And as soon as the foundation's poured, then immediately we'll roll in and start putting CMU block in and start getting the walls and the roof and everything done there. Currently over at the elementary school, Concrete's poured over there. We've got the ramps poured up front, and we are currently working on getting the building dried in. So we are starting framing and all of that stuff over there, and along with electrical and plumbing and HVAC and everything going in over there. That's about the recap on all the schools that we have right now.
Softball field is rocking and
Softball
rolling.
field.
Rocking and rolling.
Yep, I looked over and I saw him kind of look at me. Softball field, we had a couple little changes that we did, and we've worked through that stuff, and we will be currently pouring concrete here before long over there, getting the backstop and everything ready, and I'll let you kind of go over the other stuff that we're doing over there. As far as we lengthened some of the areas over there, there was a 10-foot gap. So instead of having the backstop stop and then chain link, we went ahead and took chain link all the way to the dugouts now. And we also currently took the backstop all the way to the dugouts also.
Yeah, so like the backstop will have a CMU wall as a base. That'll extend all the way to the dugouts. It was going to stop a little bit shorter. You're going to have a weird section of like chain link. So anyways, yeah, saw that, thought it looked a little weird. I figured it'd be nicer just to have the backstop deck go all the way to the dugouts. So we caught that in time to be able to make that change. Then working on some drainage stuff. I know we had some issues with water coming through underneath the TxDOT road onto the field. So working on a berm and some curbs and stuff like that, sidewalks that are going to be nice and get some better access, and then also stop water at the same time. So. Yeah, this is what we got going. Yeah, I'm Sean, by the way. I'll be taking over the project. I've been at Weaver Jacobs for about 8 or 9 years now. So yeah, excited to get my head wrapped around everything and start working together.
Guess where you went to college?
I'm not even gonna ask.
I already saw the range.
Not even gonna. Do you
Yeah,
fire
very excited to be
everybody?
here.
Glad to have you, Sean. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I whistled the other day. He was outside.
I was just telling you that she whistled and hollered, and I froze. It took me back in time. And I just froze in my place, and I was like, where's she at?
I don't know, if you know my name, I might have the same reaction.
Something about school does that to you.
It does,
When you get back.
There's some voices you never forget. She hollered at me quite a bit.
There's a reason.
Well, thank you very much. We're excited to see all the work going on.
Yes, ma'am.
Can't-
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all
Can't
for
wait
letting us
for you.
do it. Absolutely.
You got to go to Yoakum. You don't have to stay.
Yeah, you do not have to stay. You're free to go.
We got a little trip back.
He's got a long drive.
All right. Thank you all very
We
much.
thank y'all for coming.
See everybody.
If you
Bye.
got anything, let us know.
All right.
Thank you all.
Do you want to talk about the tennis?
The other project that we have going, tennis courts, we've got all of the site work finished. We're taking out the rest of those trees that you talked about. Project completion date, January 1st. Ms. Darnell and I were talking about the slab should be poured somewhere mid-October, and it's got a cure for 20 days. And because she's excited to be able to run a tournament finally. So our thought was November 19th, if they are putting down the emulsion to do the surface part of the court, if they're actually doing that, we figured that we can get a tournament on the books.
All right.
The only thing that would hold us up is probably some sort of bad weather situation. Because we're about to get into the months that it's not so.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're safe.
We're about to get into the months that are not so good for weather, so we're excited.
Eventually talk to Danny about seeing if we can do something for someone.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's great. And Mr. Gomez could not be here tonight, but did anybody have any questions about the safety and security report? Okay.
Just ask a bunch since he's not here. Just say it to him. Questions?
Okay. Okay. Next, we have our Director of HO and Information Management, Ms. Dawn. You read her report. Do you have any questions? Okay. Director of Special Education, Ms. Jenny. Any questions for her?
Lots of information from last year to this,
Yeah.
this year. It was an interesting breakdown.
Yeah.
That's right, very interesting.
Those numbers just keep going up. Okay, and then our reports for our business from Ms. Shannon, business and office reports. The audit looked, the sound of the audit looked good, you know, we did well. Thank you for all your hard work there. And then the principals report. I have to say I enjoyed all these principals reports. They were very good, different, a little different, gave us a lot of information from all realms that we saw. So it was very good to see all of them. Anybody have any questions on any of those? Okay. And our director's reports. Anybody have anything on those? Okay. We appreciate your report on athletics. It looks like we're doing well. It's good to see all the preliminary work you've been doing. Okay, now we move to our consent agenda, which includes minutes of the last board meetings, the review of the district investment policy, and we would adopt the resolution for it, and also authorizing the district investment officers. And then we had a donation from DEF for the cosmetology program. May I have a motion on that, please?
Madam President, I move to approve the consent agenda. Second.
Okay. I have a motion. Pardon?
No.
I have a motion from Carl and a second by Henry to approve the consent agenda. All in favor, raise your right hand, please. Okay, that passes 6-0. And then next, we go into our action items. First, consider and take possible action to approve a pay rate for substitute child nutrition workers. Dawn, that's you.
We looked at this year, a lot of times when one of our cafeteria ladies was out, they just kind of were short, or when we had Taher and the other ones there, they had a sub. Well, this year we didn't have that, and so we had a sub coming in, and that pay rate wasn't on our schedule. So we looked at the teacher substitute pay rate and then kind of correlated it down to the number of hours that a cafeteria worker works. And so that's what we're requesting for that pay rate, $60 for their 5.5 hours, or 6.5, one or the other, for you what it is.
Okay. All right, does anybody have any questions on that? If not, could I have a motion?
Madam President, I move to approve the pay rate for the substitute child nutrition workers as presented.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Carrie and a second by Carl to approve the pay rate for the substitute child nutrition workers. All in favor, raise your right hand. It passes 6-0. Okay, next, consider and take possible action to adopt a resolution nominating a candidate for the election to the Medina County Appraisal District Board of Trustees, Board of Directors, for the year 26-27.
So every 2 years, each taxing entity in Medina County selects a representative to sit on the Medina County Appraisal District Board of Directors, and we would like to nominate Dr. Stuart Marsh.
If y'all remember, we placed him in the for the period of time, that temporary, and so he's. I guess he decided he could stay with it now.
He actually didn't get elected before.
No, he was just appointed, right?
No, he wasn't appointed.
Oh, okay.
No, the appraisal district board voted, and they voted for somebody else.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess
This is the third time we're trying to get him.
we're going to try again then. Okay, could I have a motion for that, please?
Madam President, move to adopt a resolution nominating Stuart Marsh for the election of Medina County Appraisal District Board of Directors for the years 2026, 2027 as presented.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Henry and a second by Carl to adopt the resolution nominating Stuart Marsh. All in favor, raise your right hand, please. Okay, that passes 6-0. Consider and take possible action to adopt a resolution regarding the Texas Education Code Section 37.0814.
So that Texas Education Code states that every campus in every school district should have an armed commissioned police officer, which is not completely doable by everybody else in the state. And so by the way of us having guardians, we're able to make a good cause exemption from that statute. And the resolution that is accompanying this specifically states that the board is making a good cause exemption because we have a guardian program to exempt ourselves from 37.0814.
Okay. I think we adopted it last year.
We do it on a yearly basis.
Okay. Can I have a motion, please? Who wants to
Madam
read?
President, move to adopt a resolution regarding the board's compliance with the Texas Education Code 37.0814 to establish a good cause exemption and alternative standards and attach said resolution to the minutes of this meeting.
Second by Ally. I have a motion by Henry and a second by Ally to adopt a resolution on the Texas Education Code 37.0814. All in favor, raise your right hand, please. Thank you. That's 6-0 again. Consider and take possible action to approve the board operating procedures. You want to take that?
Yes, ma'am. So annually, the Board of Trustees reviews the board operating guidelines and recommends revisions. This is to ensure that the board maintains a current, comprehensive, practical operating guidance. So the board members, in carrying out their official duties and governing the district, abide by these rules and regulations and the operating procedures. If you see, when we had our training, there was part of the conversation we didn't know what to do about numbers
12.
Yes. Well, mine got stuck, and so it's not going down.
If you remember, we discussed the personnel issue that she recommended that we put into our board operating procedures, and we do have that in there. We didn't feel that you were in disagreement, but we can remove that if you don't wish to have that in there. But
I think it's helpful.
So the highlighted part that we decided, what we struck through, Jerry and I did some conversation and some research, and we took out where it said the deadline for submitting items for inclusion on the agenda is noon on the Monday before the regular meeting. We took that out. We put the deadline for submitting items for inclusion on the agenda is noon on the Monday before regular meetings. Items may only be added to the agenda up to 1 hour before a board meeting in cases of emergency as defined by Texas Education Code. And then we completely struck out number 5 that said, in accordance with Texas Open Meetings Act, no member can place an item on the agenda less than 3 full business days in advance of a meeting, except in an emergency. Because when we were talking that night, they were kind of like,
it's redundant.
they go on top of each other.
So are we still covered for special meetings?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's the same. And that other than that, to say that the administrative directors would take care of the orientation of new members, that was the only other changes. Other than they always change the list of directors and everything in the front. So are y'all in agreement with the board operating procedures as they are? Okay, then I need a motion on that.
Madam President, I move to approve the board operating procedures.
Second.
Okay, second by Carrie, I think, or Ally, number 2. Okay, that I have a motion by Carl and a second by Carrie. All in favor, raise your right hand. Passes 6-0 again. All right, we can't believe it. We finished our order of business. So the board will now go into closed session. Board of Trustees beginning at, what time is it? 6:55. Will convene in closed session in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act for the purpose of discussing items listed under Texas Government Code Sections 551.074, 551.076, and 551.082. No final actions or decisions or votes will be taken while the board is in executive session. Thank you all for coming. It was a nice, quick meeting. Aren't you glad?
Everybody has to sign things tonight.
Yeah.